Hi and welcome to another Frank Answers Your Questions. During the week I received an email from somebody and the question that they asked was, well, what was the real impact of poor time management? See, we cover off aspects of time management. We do time management training and all other areas of time management as a company. But somebody just said to me, what's the impact of poor time management? So I decided that, as well as answer them as best as I could on the spot, what I would actually also do is to actually put a video together. So this is a video just with a few things I think are the impact of poor time management. Again, it's not supposed to be an exhaustive list. There are probably lots of other things, but I suppose when we look and we say, okay, time management, if we don't get it right, what is the impact of that? Well, the first thing has to be stress. Stress nowadays is becoming a major contributory factor to heart disease and other issues from a health point of view. And there's no doubt that depending on personalities, depending on people, etc., that stress does have an impact, or time management does have an impact on stress. So if you find yourself working in what we call the red zone, and I know you may not understand the red zone as we speak about it, but the red zone is a stress zone where you need to get things done, there's a deadline coming up very soon, and also the task is important. So if you're working in that all the time, where you're working on important and urgent tasks all the time, then in that scenario, stress may be created. The other thing is that deadlines not being met. Just where we agree a deadline with somebody and then we don't meet that deadline. That is an impact of poor time management. Due to that then, there are other areas such as conflict with others, conflict with customers, conflict with team members, conflict with management, conflict with your own boss, whatever it may be. If we don't get time management right, there will be conflict. On top of that then, if you're working in an environment where you have customers, then it can create a poor customer perception, and customers may not renew their whatever business that they're doing with you, or they may not decide to use you again in the future because of time management, deadlines not being met, etc. The other thing that's important from a home life perspective is this thing called work-life balance. And work-life balance is all about understanding that we have so many days in the year, and we have to make sure that we get the balance between work and our home life and other things correct. The other impact of poor time management is when we rush things, mistakes are made. And the biggest problem with mistakes being made is that, generally speaking, they're made because we end up rushing something to get it done by a deadline where we haven't planned, etc. Poor productivity is another one. And also, I suppose, one of the key things that I've always found over the years is if we're not good at time management, we end up focusing our time on tasks that are probably not the most important tasks. We might end up doing tasks that we enjoy, or we might end up doing tasks that we can get rid of quickly, or we might end up doing tasks that we get a bit of fun out of, but they may not be the most important ones. So we do need to plan our day. And eventually, I suppose the key thing is, if we don't get time management right, eventually it'll lead to loss of jobs and loss of business, loss of clients, loss of customers, etc., and a cost to the organisation. So really, just to kind of recap, some of the key things that are important that have an impact on poor time management is stress, deadlines not being met, conflict with others, sometimes focusing on the wrong tasks, poor customer perception, mistakes being made, poor work-life balance, poor productivity, loss of jobs, loss of customers, and probably a cost to the organisation. So time management is really important. So anyway, this is Frank from Premier Training. Hope you've been able to pick up one or two thoughts from that. And again, tune in. Again, nice to see you tuning in on this, and tune in again to any of our videos in Frank Answers Your Questions. If you have any questions yourself you want to send to us, feel free to do so at any stage. Thank you. Look forward to speaking with you again. Thank you.